Hello, everyone. We're gonna do some talking
Okay,
about
restart
some
that intro
2012 games. No, I'm not restarting.
That was terrible.
You're terrible. We're talking about 2012 games.
Where does the
Sign
discharge
me over
come
your
from?
YouTube
Stop
channel.
talking about discharge. We're talking
I
about
can't.
2012 games. All right. We're gonna talk about most of the bigger ones, maybe some of the medium ones, some of the small ones. You never know. And talk about what we thought about each of them. And yeah. That's all we're talking about. Okay, whatever. We got a bunch of people here. We got some Cheshire Cat or Sam, right. We got some Owen, and we got some and we got some Cody.
What's up?
And Jacob, Jriles.
Hello.
And Michael, Shep Dog, who's not here. Are you serious?
He said he was going to go get his peach juice.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh.
All right.
You should totally start this over.
No, I'm not even starting over.
This is the worst conceivable start to the video.
Good.
No, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. All
It
right.
was the creepy pedophile voice to open, and it was
All
beautiful.
right. Let's talk about Mass Effect 3 while
Child,
Michael's not here because he doesn't
children.
care about that game, anyways, right? Let's get it out of the way so you can't talk about it. So, who of you really likes Mass Effect 3? Let's talk about Mass Effect 3.
I'm back!
Oh, okay. Michael,
We started without you.
we're starting with Mass Effect 3.
There's some ugly ass girl who came to my door.
All right.
So that's
Yeah,
nice.
Jehovah's Witness.
That's very nice of you.
We did. Michael, what did you think of Mass Effect 3?
That was some dank ass shit, yo.
Oh yeah.
That was.
Are you gonna be like serious or
No,
are you just
okay,
gonna be
seriously, though?
terrible?
I got chocolate in my mouth. That was my game of the year.
Oh, okay. Just
Spoilers.
Oh wait, were we not supposed to say that?
no.
I don't know.
Not really. It doesn't matter.
Well, personally,
I
that
Be a
was my
spoiler. People are
And
gonna
my
be
dog
really
is
super
staring
sad.
into my eyes.
It doesn't matter.
Any BioWare RPG is like good, and this one was like after Mass Effect 2. I didn't think it could get better than that, but Mass Effect 3, I really liked the story. I didn't have complaints with the ending that other people had. I thought it was great, and it was sad at the end. Made me feel. I had those feels in the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's my game of the year. It was really good.
All right. Wait, Owen, did you play it? I don't remember.
Nope.
No. Oh, Jake did. I know
I
that.
played it.
Yeah.
It was good, I guess. I didn't like the way they
I thought you liked
tied
it.
up some of the plot lines.
Oh. That's
It was like seemed all over the place at sometimes,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, I think I liked 2 better.
but it looked pretty.
I mean, it is a good
Oh,
game.
hi, Ethan.
What's going on here?
Hi, I'm not going to be talking.
All right. Cody, do you want to say anything about Mass Effect or no?
Well, I didn't play it, so.
Oh, I know. I know, but
And why not?
I heard the ending was shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I have to be really choosy with what I play.
Michael, why didn't you, or why?
Huh?
stop talking over people, Jake. That's rude.
I didn't hear him. I apologize.
All right.
But Michael,
Yes.
why did you like the ending?
I don't know. Like with some, like I knew I was gonna like Mass Effect 3, and with the ending came, Are we allowed to say spoilers and stuff for it? Because it was kind of old.
Yeah,
Mm.
I declare yes.
All right. If you haven't played Mass Effect 3 and you don't want to hear this, then skip some.
Skip stuff.
We'll put a link.
Spoilers, there's 3 choices at the end.
All right.
With the ending, like when you're running up towards to get shot up into like the ship, and your entire crew dies. Like I was just like, I had so much feels for that, so I was just like, this game's awesome.
I just realized I spoiled it. Oh my god. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, so I'm like, but
Oh,
once
I'm
that
like,
happened, I
I'm
was
like,
just,
oh, it sucks for those people that don't leave the video now. And I realized too late.
That's
Okay,
not even the ending. I'm talking
Yep.
about. When,
no, I know,
When,
I know. Like once that happened, I was just like, okay.
say
this
something in the chat
is
when you're done
great.
spoiling.
And then when I had those 3 choices, I like personally, I know like there is some people who didn't like them, and some people thought it was fine. I personally didn't think anything was wrong with them. I thought, yeah, there was maybe like a couple plot holes here or there, but I didn't really think about it that. I just thought about, hey, this like it ended great ending. I don't know. That happens with I guess some stuff, like some movies that people don't like where there's plot holes, I just kind of skip over it because I just think about
Okay, wait, can I say something to that?
yeah.
Okay. I don't think the issue that most people had with the ending was plot holes. It was just the fact that BioWare promised throughout the entire trilogy that your choices would shape the course of the ending, and your choices had little to nothing to do with the actual ending of the game. Am I wrong in saying that, or?
No, that's true. Like I get, yeah, that was the big thing, I guess, but I don't know. I didn't find anything wrong with it. Like my choices had enough effect in my game for me.
Effect.
They have a mass effect.
And then when the ending came, where it's just pick 3 endings kind of thing, and I was just okay. This is good. Like I don't know. I just kind of
All right.
didn't.
The only thing I have to say about the game is that I think it is very well made, but that doesn't mean that it. I mean, it was like a 8 to me. It was just like a good game, but I didn't like connect with it or whatever. I thought 2 was better.
And then another thing about it.
Go ahead,
Can I
Jake.
talk? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
So another thing about it was like the dialogue, trees, the way they panned out. It was it didn't seem right because in 2, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in 1. There is like a lot of options, and then in 3 it just broke off into 2 options. So it seems like it was like weird because they didn't have as much choices and stuff like that.
Maybe they were trying to go for like a broader audience and like more action than RPG. I don't know, maybe, but
Spending way too much time on one game. Right.
nope, because this is the best game. There's one more thing to say with the ending. I think it was like some people complained there are you like plot holes. You didn't know anything, but I thought it was good because it left stuff. It left holes where like you leave it up to your imagination. Like you don't need to know everything about everything with the game. It just kind of left some stuff that you could.
Well, there's a big difference between a plot hole and an ambiguous ending.
I guess. I'm not as smart as everybody, so what I'm saying sounds dumb. Okay, what is the next game?
Alright, the next game is a game that Sam told me to put in here, even though I have no idea what it is, and I've never heard of it.
Is it the Katawa Shuho game?
Yeah.
Oh
I should have played that before I played this. Or I should have.
Sam, what is
before I
so
came
Sam?
in.
What is this game you told me to put in this list? This Katawa Shujo.
That was awful.
It's definitely Japanese.
Shuho.
Throwing that out there.
It's a visual novel. It's an amazing game with an amazing story, multiple pathways, choices, and all that. The art is fantastic. The music is fantastic. The characters are fantastic, and it's my game of the year 2012.
Hold on.
It's basically
actually-
fantastic.
It's actually my game of the year of all years. It's my favorite
Is
game.
it the game with a bunch of like people with handicaps, like they're missing like legs and shit?
It's the most like
about falling
boiled
in love
down
with cripples.
summary ever, but yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like you can like hook up with like some chick with like fucking hook legs. Looks like she should be running the Olympics or some shit.
Alright.
Crazy.
Alright.
What?
I thought you said you're doing a blind Let's Play.
What is going
Line, let's
basically-
town, let's go.
Wait, does this cost money or is it free?
No, it's totally free. It was made by a team of international like.
I should probably play
developers.
this then.
People.
Yeah, you should definitely play it.
Alright.
You
Like,
sent me the link,
go into it.
but I lost it, so you're gonna have to send
Okay.
it to me again.
The concept is crafted so that you go into it expecting like a crippled dating sim porn game made by 4chan, and you get hardcore feels.
Okay, so
Why would you tell us that?
Why wouldn't I tell you what?
I'm like, what's the point of
That
playing
it's
it?
not by 4chan, because I was
What is
kind
going
of
on?
getting excited.
Okay.
You know, everyone knew going into it that there would be feels.
okay, Sam.
Well, then that doesn't make any sense. Then
Jake Cheryl.
What?
I'm gonna eat you. What?
Um,
You
For
know,
those
you-
of us who wouldn't know, how would we go about playing it?
Well, preferably go to the site, download it, start playing.
What's the site?
I
Katawa
posted
Shuho.
it. Yes, it's
Link will be in description, people.
Spell Katawa Shuho into Google as best as you can.
Okay, the link you posted was to jacobandcody.com. I don't think it should go that. That's not it, right?
Wait, what is that site anyway?
No.
It's a pun on Sean and Cody.
Alright, he's gonna go get that. But I guess we'll just... That'll be in the description somewhere.
sorry, I had
So-
to mute my mic. Hold on. It's www.katawa-shoujo.com. Yeah.
Nobody can speak
That
Japanese.
still doesn't help me.
All right. No, whatever.
I don't speak the language.
It's good. All right. Next
Jesse,
game.
wait, I have a question. Are you going through like every big game this year?
Pretty much.
Okay, because I was just on like IGN's like reviewed for the like past 12 months. So
Yeah, I've got them in a pretty decent order of release.
okay.
Alright.
Okay. All right. So next, I think only me and Michael played this. Probably not going to talk about it much, but The Darkness 2 that actually came out last year.
Skip.
Skip.
No, that was
Yeah,
a really
pass.
good game. I
I
had
played the
What?
demo.
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's got like a cell shaded kind of. It's kind of like Borderlands looking.
Pretty fun.
It's really cool.
the girl that died in the first one and in the second one it's very sad. She was very pretty.
Yeah.
And she wasn't hot, but I felt for her. It was sad.
If you want a first person shooter that isn't like a bro shooter or whatever, like Call of Duty, then that's a good one.
Then
'Cause you got
play the Darkness
tentacles.
1 because it's a lot better.
No.
Darksiders 2 is tentacle porn.
No.
That's
You
all
skipped
I heard.
Final Fantasy
Alright.
13 too. That was in January.
I know. I
That's
said
your
they're in
point.
kind of decent order. Okay.
Insert
Okay.
Bioshock Infinite.
Next,
plug
we
here.
probably don't need to talk about much. Came out though. Soul Calibur 5 is all right. Whatever. I don't play fighting games really. I just
Oh
play
yeah, Soul Cal 5. No.
Yeah, whatever. It
I
was
like-
it was nice
This
looking.
Fun.
Yeah. If I played fighting games, maybe I'd like it, but
You
whatever.
played PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Yes, that's
extensively.
different. That's very different. All right.
Why is it different?
So then we got Final Fantasy 13 too.
I still have not played. It's on my shelf
Oh man.
because I haven't even beat 13 yet.
So it's basically just a not as good version as Final Fantasy 13.
It is substantially better.
No.
Final Fantasy 13 was a
There was a
terrible,
reason-
terrible game.
There's a reason Jesse went at the end, so people could jump in
Because
and
I
correct
can't.
it.
Anyone who says
I will
13
save
is
Sarah.
13-2 doesn't understand.
Save Sarah and protect Cocoon. You're always no match for Nora. Real heroes don't need plans.
Okay, Troy.
Troy
I can be a
Bolton.
voice actor.
It's not Troy Bolton. Oh my god. It's Michael Bolton.
High School Musical.
All right. Are we gonna say anything about Final Fantasy, or is it just
No.
nobody cares enough?
I mean, could say things about Final
Could.
But-
You could. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like where the heck is Versus?
That's true. But
Irrelevant.
we're not getting into that because that'll be like a 2-hour-long discussion. All right. So next we've got a game that I know I'm going to get hated on immediately from a certain someone, but
PlayStation All Stars sucks.
No, that did not come out in the beginning of the year. Twisted Metal.
Oh
I
man,
hate you,
no.
Devil Guns.
No.
You owe me $30.
So
Wait, you got
I
Sam.
bought it. A day later, I sold it, and I lost $30.
okay, it was a fun game, and then the multiplayer, they just failed when they launched it. It just didn't work, and apparently they didn't fix it for like 6 months.
Yeah,
Oh.
and turns out GameStop doesn't let you return new games within a week, only used. So,
Yeah.
yay.
Oh, that was fun.
But pointing and laughing.
Here's
Oh,
the thing
In
that I
the
had with Twisted
summer,
Metal.
I
It's
took
the
I
same-
took $20 to GameStop and I bought 2 games. And then throughout the whole summer, I bought games and returned them within a week. And then they paid me back all the money because I told them I didn't like it.
You're unethical.
I wish you could do that here, but whatever. What,
Anyway,
Michael?
The thing that I had with Twisted Metal was the same thing that I had with PlayStation All Stars. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like they're well made and they're fun, but after a while, I just got bored of them, and I'm like the community
They
wasn't
just
there. There
didn't
wasn't a lot of
do
people
what
playing
they
it.
wanted, like because what they want to do with multiplayer games is get you into it and make you want to keep playing it. But those
Yeah, but
didn't do
not
it.
enough people were into multiplayer after like maybe a month.
true.
So then it wasn't worth it.
Seems to happen with every PlayStation exclusive multiplayer except for like Killzone and
Yep.
Resistance. It just everything there's not enough people. Whatever.
Yep.
Kind of sucks. All right. I threw in a few Vita games. This one, I actually really like this game. Wipeout 2048 on the Vita. I really liked it.
What?
Yeah.
I played like one race. It's fun.
I've played like quite a bit, and it's really awesome. It's a really good racing game, and it's actually free for PlayStation Plus if you're on the Vita, so you should play it. Then you got Uncharted Golden Abyss. I have not gotten to that yet.
Very good.
It was good.
It's a game that I'm playing right now, probably the longest Vita game that I've played. Like, or I played the longest. It's pretty much like, I feel like it's like Uncharted 1. Looks. I mean, like, it looks like it. It looks good. Controls are good. Story's alright so far. And it's fun to play.
It just either got way too much credit or not enough credit. I thought it was just good, but people either say it's like amazing or it sucks. But it's just good.
Makes sense.
It's good. It's not like the best game, but it's good. It's really
Basically, what it is every Uncharted game except just take all the shooting segments and drag them out for 11 hours.
One moment.
Because there's no set piece moments. There's no.
Yeah. The characters aren't as good. Like, I know Drake and I guess Sully is in it, but the other two people, like that girl that you're with,
Chase.
I'm so kind of at the beginning. Like, it's kind of forgettable because you know she's not in the other games, so she's just they're all kind of forgettable, and it's interesting.
The puzzles are just boring. So if you're okay with like the main shooting and I don't know whatever of all the other Uncharted games, then I guess it's pretty solid.
All right, so now we're hitting another, I guess you'd say, big game. We went through a few that not everybody cared about, but this one is pretty well received. We got Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
Oh my gosh! This.
Okay, wait. Michael? Can you please tell the story of how you gave me that game?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Cody was down, and it was his birthday. It was in the summer, right? Was it summer?
My birthday's in February.
Well. Well, anyway, I forget why
It's time for you to leave the comment.
So me and Jesse bought Kingdoms of Amalur for Cody for his birthday, and then before he got there, we opened it up and we took the disc out, and then we took like a blank disc and put a picture of Rick Astley and then a troll face over his face, and it just says happy birthday. And we closed the game case up and handed it to him, and he opened it up and he just like flipped shit. He was like, "What?" But
and then he opened it, and then it wasn't the game, and he was like, "Oh, well, that's funny, thanks." But then we're like, "Oh no, we actually bought the game for you," and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Anyways, the game is very, very good. Oh man.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm looking through the list here. I'd say it was the best. I don't know. I would say it's the best RPG, but then there's Borderlands. That's kind of different. But for strictly just
like,
RPG,
that's like
action
fantasy,
RPG,
like medieval swords.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
definitely the best RPG. Is that this year.
It was the most enjoyable game to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it looked like it was really, really colorful. It wasn't like most like just gray and brown for an RPG, and it's not like a regular RPG. Like this one, the gameplay was God of War, so it was like really fun to play. I never got bored. Like grinding, I guess you didn't really have to do a lot.
It was deeper than God of War's gameplay, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
It was like the story was good, but it's very dense. There was a lot of stuff, and it was really specific. So, you could just skip all of it and play for hours because it was just really fun and all the quests you could do.
It was basically just a nice change from Skyrim, which came out like a few months before it.
Yeah.
And what Mike was saying, that's what I found funny about it, because they pushed so much in their advertising and stuff that R.A. Salvatore wrote it and stuff. But I found that the most forgettable thing about it was the writing and the story.
Yeah, exactly. Like, his books are really good, but this, I was just kind of like... I didn't really care. I wanted to get back to running around and playing it, because the gameplay was the best part.
You remember the gameplay, you remember how it looked, but you don't really care what anybody was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what it was about.
And it's sad because I guess a sequel they were close to working on, but they're so much in debt and they went bankrupt. So very sad, because that was like a good game and the company still went bankrupt. So it's sad. It's kind of sad.
Yep. Alright, we got another game here. Probably not going to say much about it. I'm just going to say that it was awesome. Ridge Racer Unbounded. It's a very good racing game if you like arcade racing games. There's not much else to it.
Ridge Racer!
That's also a good point. And here's another really good game that nobody knows about for some reason. Asura's Wrath.
Yes.
It's kind of like God of War with the action, and the fighting, and then there's gods, and you fight the gods, but it's very anime-ish and Japanese or whatever.
I don't get all the comparisons to God of War.
Because you're killing gods.
Well, that's the only part, I guess.
You're killing gods, and and you're fighting.
You're fighting.
I don't know.
Okay, that's literally all it has in common.
Yeah.
There's not much.
Yeah.
I played the demo. I wasn't really interested, but I do want to give it another chance.
I feel like that
voice
game
acting was good.
you have to play the entire thing. Like, you can't just pick like half an hour to play, because all of it is so different from the last half an hour. Like,
there's like two or three completely different types of gameplay in it.
Yeah.
Like, some of it's like a rail shooter for some reason. It's really random, but that was kind of the only parts I didn't like. It's kind of boring, but it's really colorful, and it's good voice acting and stuff.
Caius, yeah.
It's very good. Alright, you got another game I'm about to play. It's on my rental list, and it's about to get here, but I haven't played it yet. Tales of Grace's F. I don't even know that much about it. I just know that I wanted to play it.
The fuck is
Cody.
that?
I'm pretty sure Cody's the only one who's actually played that.
Yeah.
Explain it to us.
Okay, it's a JRPG that came out in 2011 in Japan for the Wii, and it was called Tales of Grace. And then it got ported to PS3 for North America, and they added the F to stand for future, because there's epilogue segments that you can play that add 7 to 10 hours of play to it. I don't know. It was about 40 hours long, and it was just really Japanese. And I don't know. It's just very, very stereotypical, very cliche. You play as like the 18-year-old outcast, like whatever. I don't know. I think it was overrated because a lot of people really, really liked it, and I just thought it was okay.
Alright.
I thought it was. Well, I do want to play it, but I don't have time. Jesse, I'll come watch you play it.
Alright.
That'll be enough.
It should be here tomorrow or something. Alright, next game. It's probably controversial because I'm going to say that I really liked it, and everybody else hasn't played it, but you're going to say, no, it's obviously bad, would be Prototype 2. And everybody thinks it's probably bad because the first one was retarded and just completely boring and just bad. But the second one is actually really cool, and they got like the main guy, the character you play as is black, so I mean, it's obviously
That's always good.
Exactly.
That's really what makes the game.
I know. You just feel so cool.
Racism is so fun.
Even with my obsession for, well, not obsession, but my love for
obsession.
Infamous, I don't know. I have to say I think I like Prototype 2 better than Infamous 2, which makes me sad, kind of.
Infamous 2 better than Infamous 1?
I don't know. I people always ask me that, or whenever I'm thinking about it, I can't remember. Like, I don't know which one I like better. So I'm just gonna say I like them the same because I can never remember.
Infamous was good. I personally like 2 better just because it was like a better version of 1.
I think
just everything was smoother.
That's
like,
true. Like, I would
Infamous
say
2 is its atmosphere improved. Like, I don't know what it was about Infamous 1, but it just didn't feel like, I don't know.
I mean,
It
it
didn't
was
feel like
good,
it was telling
but-
the story appropriately.
Yeah.
I think I have a hatred towards 2 because of one of the endings. Made me want to kill myself.
Oh.
Even though I
endings are pretty good.
didn't play that ending. Like, I'm good. I don't like being evil, but I watched the evil ending after. I was like, wow, no. But
Just because you want a new game.
yeah, that's the
Personally-
thing. People keep saying like Infamous 3 needs to happen. It's like, well, then they're forcing it to be evil.
You can do that.
Well, there was also like IGN was talking like it could do a Vita one of like someone else who like gets
Another
powers
conduit.
after like
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be about Cole. So
that's true.
but it could be like Vita or something. Who knows?
I like how this started out as
That's
we
Prototype.
talked about Prototype 2 for like 15 seconds. So how about Infamous?
All right.
It's a conversational thing.
Next game, you got another conversation. Oh my God! Don't even.
Controversial.
Okay, we got another controversial game here. Ratchet and Clank All for One. Anybody?
Oh my!
Some people
Oh my
like
God.
it and some people don't.
That-
I didn't like it at all.
I do like it though. That's the thing.
Why do you like it?
I don't know.
I mean, I played with Mustang, and Mustang is awesome, and I didn't like it at all. And I
didn't
love
see
the original
anything wrong
Ratchet
with
and
it.
Clanks. It was such a drag. Like, there was barely any humor and barely any, like, fun weapons, and the controls were pretty lame, too.
I don't know.
I think,
Go ahead.
I think
Cody.
Jesse, for you, it's easier for you to like it because you
I
didn't play
didn't play the other
early
ones.
ones, so you don't know.
Yeah.
I
You don't know
think
what was missing.
I don't even remember if I played this first or Crack in Time.
You played Crack in Time first,
I think so, yeah. Which was really good, and then I came to this. I didn't see it as like
but Crack in Time was like your first one, so
Yeah.
like you
I don't know.
I don't
you
know.
weren't as invested in.
I just think this game. I don't think it's really amazing. I just think people hate on it too much. That's the only thing.
Too long.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, the levels are stupid long. Like I don't know. I never beat it because I had like the disc copy, and then I played it with Train, and then it just got so boring that I didn't finish it, and I got rid of it. And then when like it came out for free for PlayStation Plus, I got it, and then I couldn't use my save file from the disc. So I'm like, I'm not playing this game again because it's like I like Ratchet and Clank, but it's not fun for me, like personally.
All right. Next we got
Jack and Daxter HD. That should be on your list.
It's not, but
If that gets in, then I'm throwing in Okami HD. Nobody's going to stop
not.
me.
I didn't put that in here. I didn't put Ratchet either.
Okami is a fantastic game made in 2006, released for the PS2, and I highly suggest that you all buy it.
Yeah. I would if.
I'm just saying Jack because it's made by Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog is better than any other developing company ever
at making one-liners.
At making amazing games.
Crash Bandicoot didn't have one-liners.
I honestly think Uncharted would have been better if literally every bit of Drake's dialogue was a one-liner Woody Wisecrack thing. While they're trying to be all serious and have conversations with them about safety and morality. It's just cracking jokes the whole time.
Okay, what's the next one?
Just a random game. Probably not going to talk about it. Sonic Generations. It was alright. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a big.
I'm not a big Sonic fan. All I have to say is that everyone always says like the 2D is better, the 3D sucks. I think the opposite, but that's because I didn't grow up with Sonic. I'm sure it'd be the opposite if I did. Starhawk. Am I the only one who played that?
No, I played it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Right.
It was good.
Good, yeah.
But it didn't sell well. It had like no marketing.
Yeah,
really.
I feel like it's one of those games that they wanted the multiplayer to be successful, but again, nobody bought it.
I would say like that game was maybe like a 7. Like it was all right. Like there's some cool stuff in it. Like you'd like build bases and stuff in the middle of a match, and then you could use those and stuff. And the shooting was well, and driving and stuff. It was fun.
The shooting was well.
The shooting was well made and stuff. But it just, I don't know. It was good. It wasn't great or anything. It wasn't anything special, really.
Again, a game with the guy you play as is a black guy, so points. All right.
Points.
Points. All right. Okay. Now we move on to the undisputed Game of the Year 2012, Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh my! Tara Strong as a voice actor and the body model of Jessica Negri. No one can argue with that. Like, it's the ideal game.
Yeah.
That was like the game for stereotypical gamers, like making some really slutty cheerleader kill zombies with a chainsaw. Like that was the. Like,
but it was basically just telling people that if you buy this game, you're an idiot, and everyone bought it.
Well,
it was the best
it was
game
also
ever.
like, here, buy this game because the person who voices Twilight Sparkle is fucking voicing the main character, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, bitch, My Little Pony, I'm down."
Doesn't Nagiri voice Twilight Sparkle?
No, she was just the actor, like in real life to play as her.
Strong. Same person who voices like Powerpuff Girls and shit.
That was like the girl that they chose to cosplay as.
I love which Powerpuff Girl was she?
Bubbles.
Oh, that's why her voice was all,
loved Bubbles.
ridiculous.
She was adorable.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That's about
it. I have a lot of respect for that game. I don't know.
You have a lot of respect for it?
Okay. Because like right when you brought it up, everyone started not really bashing it,
laughing,
but saying like kind of joking
about it.
But so I don't know. The developers obviously realized that's the kind of game it was, but they still took the time. Like it was written really well.
Oh, the bosses and like the voice acting was ridiculous. It was actually hilarious.
Like it was like what it, for what it's worth, it was really, really, really well done. And I know it got boring after, like the combat wasn't that great, but
yeah. I wouldn't say it was really well done. I think they did what they wanted to, but it was also like glitchy.
That's what I mean. Like, well,
yeah. I guess they kind of knew it was like joking. Like it was kind of like a joke.
Like it came out in 2012. It kind of looked and felt like it came out in like 2007 or something. That's what I thought.
That's fair, yeah.
All right. Next we got a game I don't think anybody here played except me a little bit. Dragon's Dogma.
Nope.
No.
The demo
I didn't like the gameplay. Like, it looked interesting seeing gameplay and like trailers and stuff. And then when like a demo was released before the game came out, played the demo, and I couldn't get into it. I didn't like the gameplay, how it actually
all right.
and stuff.
And then I rented it and I played it for like a few hours, and then I realized that I don't know, I'd have to put a lot of time into it to like it, and I didn't feel like it, so I returned it. But
what kind of game was it?
It's like an open world RPG. It was kind of like Skyrim.
But it was by
All these
Capcom,
games that a lot of people haven't played, could you mention something about it that sets it aside from the rest of the games on the mainstream market? Because like that's the main reason I haven't played things like Asura's Wrath and Dragon's Dogma. It's just like what makes it different. Because in a market that's so oversaturated with generic games, you need something to set it aside.
Dragon's Dogma kind of tried to do the same thing that Kingdoms of Amalur did, where it's more action oriented with the fighting. You have to like hold X, and then you have to hold one of the buttons, and then it like pops up with 3 different skills you can use on square, triangle, and circle. And then if you hold another button, you have another 3. And then there's like a bunch of the rest of it was actually pretty similar to Skyrim, and I don't know. I don't know.
Except, I think that's the issue with games like Dragon's Dogma and Asura's Wrath, and why they don't sell, because he asked you, like, what sets it apart?
Yeah, and I can't really describe that.
You hold that, like, they can't market something like that's what happens.
Exactly.
I don't think that's something that sets a game apart. It's just...
Ethan, when you're typing, it's really loud, and it, like, cuts other people out. So, could you mute your mic, maybe?
I mean, it had kind of like the monsters inside were really cool. Like they had some Greek monsters, and it had, like made by Capcom, so it kind of had that Japanese kind of feel. Like not heavy, but you could kind of like, I don't know, hard to describe, but you could see that it was kind of like a Japanese game, but it wasn't really interesting enough.
I can't I don't know how to describe it. I didn't play it for very long, so I don't know that much about it. But I mean, it didn't do enough to want me to keep playing. But I could tell it's one of those games where if you have to like put 30 hours into it, and then you'll be like, you'll feel awesome.
I don't think that should ever be the case, though. which was so many people's arguments for Final Fantasy 13. Well, just wait till 25 hours and then it gets. Well, okay,
that's for a different reason. I don't mean it gets good at that point.
I didn't buy it. Because people told me it was really linear and stuff like that with the way the whole thing progressed.
It's 40 hours of a hallway, basically.
Yeah,
like the
that's
setting
what they told
changes,
me.
but it's
I was
always...
like, no, thanks.
I liked it. Whatever. Let's not talk about that.
It's the polar opposite of what an RPG is, bro.
Here's a game I'm not going to talk much about, but a couple of you played it a bit. I think Gotham City Imposters. Anybody?
Oh, I played that game. That was
fun.
A good game. I really like that. It's a pretty fun game. It's surprising that Batman goes really well with a multiplayer first-person shooter, and it was pretty unique, unlike a lot of first-person shooters that are in the market these days.
My idea of it is that it's a bit like Team Fortress 2. Is that true?
Yeah.
Would you make that comparison?
So, yeah. It has like.
Awesome.
It was kind of weird, like when you heard
not
about it, like, it's people who are impersonating Batman and people who are impersonating Joker, and it's like cartoony, and it's a first-person shooter. Like that is. Like, that's really crazy, but that's really unique, and it was fun. Like, you had all the gadgets and stuff. The shooting, I thought, it was kind of stiff and stuff, but it was still really fun to play.
It's a game people probably wouldn't have cared about if it wasn't named Batman, right?
Yeah, I think actually, probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think the biggest problem with multiplayer first-person shooters on the market right now is that they're all...
trying to be Call of Duty.
No, they're just really generic. Most of them are military based, and that's just like it's been overdone. And so the ones that step outside the boundaries of what's expected and bring in things like either whimsical, like Gotham City Imposters, or supernatural, kind of like BioShock, those are really refreshing. Like even when it's completely broken, like BioShock 2's multiplayer, I still really enjoyed that for a while.
And that's not always the case because of one game that came out last year that we'll get to eventually, but you'll know what I'm talking about.
Came out last year. Why are we getting to it?
We will get to it.
Because it's 2013.
Because last year was 2012. Alright, here's another game I played a little bit. I know Jake played a little bit. I don't know.
Was it Rainbow Moon?
Yeah. Wow.
I like that game.
You do?
That's a pretty good game.
Music was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's like old school RPG.
It's like an old school JRPG, but it's kind of modernized in a way. And I thought it was pretty cool.
You can put like a lot of time into it.
Yeah,
but I don't
it's
know.
like-
I didn't feel like
it's
it
like-
really. I got
I
bored
don't know,
eventually.
probably longer than if you do everything in Skyrim. It's probably longer than that.
Are you absolutely sure? Because like
Whoa.
you can
Yeah.
talk to everyone on Skyrim, they'll just like burden you with their problems.
Well,
My
you can't-
horse ran
like,
away.
The talking to people in that game isn't like in Skyrim where it's not. It's nothing like that. But there's just so much to do, and there's like 500 levels, and it's actually challenging too when you're going through like just like on the normal difficulty, which is something you don't see a whole lot either.
All right. Okay. So.
Release date was February, Jesse.
Oh, so if you want to talk about SSX, then you can.
Okay.
Who played that game?
I
Michael
did.
did,
I thought
yeah.
Jesse played a little bit of it. That's why I was
It's
asking.
on the bottom of my
I-
rental list. It
demo.
hasn't ever been shown.
Okay, well, I guess if anybody played any of the SSX on PS2, you knew
I
kind
played
of what
the
those
third-
games were. And those games were fun. Those games were really, really fun. There's like arcade snowboarding with really cool characters and customization stuff and crazy tricks. This one, they added some new stuff. You had like a wingsuit, and it was fun for the most part, but I don't know, maybe maybe I just grew out of those kind of games and I didn't have as much fun with it as I did with the PS2 ones, but it was still a good game to play if you like the ones from PS2.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, before we move on, I just want to say, because I just remember this, for Gotham City Imposters, if you're planning on buying it now, don't, because the multiplayer is dead via Call of Duty.
Thank you, Call of Duty.
Oh, isn't it the best? Okay. Next we got another Vita game, the Gravity Rush. It's
I've heard a lot about that.
meh.
I've heard people really enjoy it. So talk about its
I've
pros and
played
cons.
about an hour and it's so good.
It's so good. That is probably my game of the year. Spoiler.
Why though?
Okay.
Stop spoiling. What the?
Sorry. It might not be. I have to think about it. Why is it? It's because I think it's the first game that used the Vita's functionalities creatively rather than
Gimmicky.
forcefully or gimmickly. I guess
Just trying
They
to shoehorn it in there. Yeah. That's what you're saying.
They just I don't know. It felt like that's what you should do rather than
Yeah, they built the game around that, for sure.
And also, it was like it was probably the best looking game I played this year.
Yeah, but what else?
On
Just
Vita or in
like-
general?
In general.
Like good
I'm Vita
graphics and controls that sync well with the platform it's on aren't really enough to sell a game.
Well, then I don't know what would sell a game to you.
Yeah, look at the Wii. Everybody loves Wii Sports.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, it's got great graphics.
I actually do like Wii Sports.
Yeah,
The
It's
golf
good,
was
good shit.
bad.
Wii tennis all day,
Watching
baby.
this
Yeah,
stuff,
let's talk about Wii Sports.
My
It's-
tennis ground.
yeah.
Alright, Wii Sports Game of the Year 2012. I really enjoyed it for its story, and the sporadic first-person shooter segments were unexpected but entertaining.
Yeah.
Boxing was kind of a
Especially when
first-person
you were
shooter.
golfing.
All right, that just went way off topic for no reason. Nothing else about Gravity Rush needs
It's never not
anything.
for any reason
It's
when you
good.
go off top.
If you have a Vita, buy it.
Well, it's free if you have PlayStation Plus.
Oh, well, there you go. Then buy a Vita then and play it.
Nobody has PlayStation Plus though.
All right, I don't. I don't know. Some people say they don't like it. A lot of people say they do. I would give it like a 6, 7, maybe. I don't know.
Talk about the game.
I didn't. Whatever.
What game is it?
It's in the game.
Gravity Rush.
Oh,
I was still talking about Gravity Rush.
it
Calm
sounded
down.
like you were.
We're gonna lead into your next game.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops, I didn't mean to
So
do
we're
that.
like, what game?
How long have you played it for?
I played it for like 4 hours, and then the save, like I messed up with the save, and then I didn't want to replay that because it was boring.
Well, what happened to you on Mass Effect 3? I forgot to bring that up. I deleted my save files because it kept freezing. Don't buy Mass Effect 3.
That only happened with you. I had no problems with it.
All right, got another generic game, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Did anybody play it?
Oh, that game was fucking awful.
Awful. You played it, Owen?
Yeah, it wasn't awful. Actually, it was an okay game. It was really fucking generic and not something that was completely memorable.
Yeah.
Like, if you played any of the other Ghost Recon games, those games are fun. This one, I think, they tried to do like more mainstream stuff. Like
Yeah.
the first ones, you had to use teamwork, and you had like 4 people, and you controlled where they go. Had all this kind of like cool tech. And this one, you had the same kind of stuff, and it looked good at first, but then
Then they're just like run through the middle and shoot grenades everywhere.
yeah, it was like tried to be too mainstream action, and it didn't work for it. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
I played it
Yeah.
for like an hour and then got bored, and I was like, nope. Another game probably not many people played. Dirt Showdown. It was a good racing game.
Lol.
I watched you play it. It looked all right.
It
but
looked like it had good graphics. That's what most racing games do, unless they're
Compelling story.
bad. Oh yeah, totally. It was all right. Whatever. If you want another racing game, try it. Here's another one that somebody might object to, but I think it's a really good game. Counter-Strike Go. Anybody?
Oh, I played it.
good for
I
Joe.
tried
I
it
put
for
a
a
lot
while.
of time into that game.
I tried
That was
it for a
before
while.
you. That was when you had bad internet. Doesn't count.
Well, yeah, but I could do well in basically every other first-person shooter I played. But it was one of those games where I felt like where I shot, the bullets weren't going. It wasn't like responsive in that sense. Maybe it was the hit detection. Maybe it was the spread. But I
It
just
was
couldn't
the
have fun with
spread. They have like a unique recoil that you really have to get used to. Like each
Yeah.
individual
It
time.
took
it's
me
really
over a week to get used to it. I thought I was lagging. But
Oh
then-
well, I played it for a long time. Didn't really have fun. Wasted $12 basically.
It was good.
Sad face.
Good trophies.
I don't know. If you're,
trophies that you complete in 5
it
minutes.
depends on if you're a fan of just playing a multiplayer shooter. If you, then it's good for that because that's like what it is. But
It's more
It's
tactical.
basically
than,
a
like, Call
multiplayer
of
shooter
Duty.
distilled down to its most basic elements and very
Yeah.
cheap. So, if you're into
No.
that,
it's not
No
cheap.
regenerative health.
it's
Uh,
$14 with.
Oh, I thought you
PlayStation
meant
Plus.
okay. I thought you meant like unfair or something. By cheap, I didn't
Okay.
think you meant the price.
I was selling it to the prospective audience.
All right. Well, we got another game here. Journey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Beautiful visuals, amazing soundtrack, awesome story, and great themes. Second favorite game of the year.
and
Okay,
and
so that doesn't really
multiplayer.
sell it to me.
Oh.
Oh, okay, all right.
the multiplayer quote.
I really like Journey.
I love the competitive multiplayer, especially how they let you customize your guns. That was great.
Yeah.
No,
Journey is
Um,
amazing.
for me, the best part about Journey was the anonymous multiplayer. That it doesn't tell you, like your partner has no identity throughout the entire game, but within like a 2 hour span, you're just helping each other and traveling together, and it creates like, especially with the scenery, it creates this sense of loneliness and. Like having that one companion with you throughout that whole experience,
And then they
is
leave,
a
and then
really-
you cry.
really
which happened
powerful
to me.
thing. And
So-
so by the end of the game, you feel like old friends with this person you've never met before, and you probably won't even speak to.
It wasn't necessarily loneliness. It was just trying to make you feel as if you're very small.
Yeah, very small in a huge landscape, but everything's dead essentially. Like you're exploring a world that once was and is no more. So like that's fairly lonely. And then this
So-
person comes along and brings you out of it.
Yeah.
It was very good.
If
I
that
think
doesn't sell a game, I don't know what will.
No, yeah, I think it was brilliant. I don't know what else to say. It was incredible. I'm gonna play it again soon.
Yes.
Indeed.
I actually did. Well, kind of. I played for like 40 minutes yesterday because I was recording it, and I don't know. I think I liked it better than I did the first time. I don't know why.
Bye.
Not like significantly better. Just like the first time I played it, I was like, 6, and this time I'm like, 7. If I had to give a number to
So
it,
play
but
it like
like
4 more
The music
times.
is really
Be
good,
like,
You are
"Eh,
literally
10."
worse than Hitler.
Yeah.
and it's beautiful.
well, yeah, it looks awesome. That's great.
The best
But-
part is like going
It's
down and
beautiful.
like, when the sun's hitting on the sand and it's all
Yes.
golden and sliding down.
That-
That's the
That is the
beautiful
best.
scene in the game
Yes.
ever.
The only part I liked that I actually could say that I liked, that if I had to say something that I liked about the game, was when I was sliding. That's all I
Like
could
every
say.
time, like going up a hill, you're like, "Oh, this game sucks."
Yeah, I know.
And going down a hill, you're like, "This isn't so bad." And
Yeah.
then as soon as it stops, you're like, "Oh god, this is terrible."
Yeah.
I think what makes it so good is that in 2 hours, it showed everyone what video games and the industry just needs more of.
Yeah, exactly.
How?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Everybody's always just like, you have to play Journey. It's so good. Period. you can't argue with that. It just is.
Because it is.
That's the nature of opinions. People aren't going to say, well, you can play Journey. I thought it was an amazing game, but you might not.
But
it's amazing.
I never hear like reasons that actually make sense to me.
Because it's
Reasons
different.
that make sense.
Look at all the other games on the list. There's nothing like.
Okay, how about
And
this?
it's very artistic.
In a $15 2-hour game constructed by like a small team of individuals, it presents like an artistic, creative thing that defies all expectations of the video game genre, and basically like in something that seems so insignificant on the surface, like distills every one of the most fundamental human emotions.
That was deep.
Too deep for you.
It was.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm one of the only people that just doesn't get it. And I
Of course
don't
you
know
are.
why.
Play it.
We've established this.
No, but I don't get why I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Whatever.
That's
just
just
I know
back
that feel.
claims more that it's art, because if everyone got it, it wouldn't be art.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's like there's 2 games on this list that I would say are extremely overrated, and that's one of them.
What's the second one?
We'll get to it. All right, we got another game here that is, maybe. Well, no, I say it's rated very well. What it should be. Darksiders 2. Nobody else has played it, right?
Nope.
No.
I thought it was gonna be like the first one. The first one was just kind of, it was fun but got boring quick. So
Nah, man, it's Big Boy Zelda. It's definitely Big Boy Zelda.
Oh,
like
that's
you're running
true.
around, running through dungeons, getting like a single item, getting a boss key, a compass, all that shit.
If you're like a
I
fan
may-
of Zelda, then
I may finish number 1. Like number 1's on PlayStation Plus for free now, so I may finish 1 and maybe go to 2. But I don't know.
I didn't even finish 1, and I still played 2.
Owen implying Zelda isn't Big Boy Zelda.
No, when I say Big Boy Zelda, I mean like it's like Big
More
Boy
mature.
rips someone's
Zelda.
head off Zelda, and not
Yeah.
like Big Boy,
Frat
you
Boy
hit a guy
Zelda.
with a sword and he fucking turns into Ash Zelda.
Oh, hello.
It's more
Fighting
mature.
pumpkins.
What are we talking again?
We're on Darksiders 2. Probably not for long. Just wanted to mention it
Didn't we already
because
talk about this?
it's good. No,
Okay,
that
continue.
was the Darkness 2.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
A lot of
We got another game that came out on the same day of it, Sleeping Dogs.
Oh
Sleeping Dogs is
yeah.
very good.
Yes, I think Owen.
It's- From what I've heard of it, it's Grand Theft Auto with a good story.
It's GTA Hong Kong essentially, which is amazing.
Pretty
But
much.
With a good story.
Like,
and the combat is so fun.
yeah, it's a very good game.
It's so classic kung fu movie that it's so enjoyable to play.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like the Batman games, but I didn't like the way the Batman games work. But this one, I feel like this is better.
It was
Can't
like
shove people's faces into
the
grinders.
development was like thrown around some, and like Activision had it and dropped it. And it was supposed to be like true crime, but Square Enix changed it to Sleeping Dogs, and
Well, it's
it's
basically
like
a new
pretty
true
much
crime
everything that a Grand Theft Auto open world game is, and it doesn't do some stuff as well as like Grand Theft Auto or like Saints Row, but like it has a good story, like good characters, and
I
like
had feels
it's
for
really
those
fun to play.
characters.
Yeah,
It's
so did
really
I.
fun to play.
Yeah, I think we're giving the wrong impression. It's not supposed to be like a mayhem fantasy kind of game, right? Where you're just
No.
running around punching old ladies in the face
No,
and setting
because,
fire to
like, when
orphanages.
driving, if you
No, it's not like the Grand Theft Auto where you can it's like prostitutes and stuff like that.
It's just open world in a city where you can steal
It's
cars,
sandbox.
and there's
Biggest
cops.
problem with the game though, driving on the other side of the road threw me right the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
I went like my dad drove me somewhere after that, and he just pulled it onto like the regular side of the road, and I freaked the fuck. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm playing Sleeping Dogs for a week.
No, I'm gonna crash! Oh.
Wow. Oh man.
That's hilarious.
see what order is this in, because I keep thinking you're gonna skip games.
Well, then pay attention. I
No, he said Journey. He's not going to skip it.
I have the list.
Are you going by release date or?
for the most part, they're like. It's
No,
like
because there's June and May. You skip some.
I know, but
Okay.
Okay.
We'll continue then.
Yes. If I get way too far, like things are within like 3 months of release for the most part.
Okay.
I like went through my trophy list and then added in games that weren't there to where I thought they came out.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, the thing that I didn't like about it, well, for one thing I did like about it is the voice acting was really awesome. But something I didn't like that I don't like about all of those games, well, I guess by all those games I just mean this and Grand Theft Auto, is that like the running animation, you feel like stiff. I don't know. You always feel like stiff, and you're running, and then you try to turn, and you don't turn 90 degrees. You like you turn at like you're like bending. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Jesse, you go outside and try to turn 90 degrees instantly.
Yeah, while you're sprinting. Let's see.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's impossible.
You can't voice acting in Sleeping Dogs. Sorry.
Yes, it's down there.
Yeah, voice acting is really good. Good story. It was very
undercover
sad.
cop.
Very sad at the wedding scene.
And the other thing is the driving. I didn't like how the driving felt either. It felt like Midnight Club Los Angeles, which I had a really big problem with, but a lot of people didn't, so whatever. Okay, here's another game that came out a few months ago, or a few months before, that I kind of put in a bad spot. Max Payne 3.
Yo, fuck you.
Oh, such a good game.
But I haven't played it.
So beautiful.
It is like, that is that game is like $100 million game. That game is made so well, and it didn't sell as well as Rockstar probably hoped, but I don't know, there was a few things that some people had with, like, the original Max Payne's on PS2, they were good, but they were kind of like tongue-in-cheek kind of thing of, hey, he just shot all these people, and like he has a smirk on his face because he's like, this is ridiculous. I'm just shooting all these people and I'm not dying. This one, there was like, he was just drinking and feeling sad for himself pretty much the whole game, and that's kind of what I had a problem with. Like, there was no like redeeming moment pretty much, but other than that, the game is so well made and it's so fun to play.
I don't know. I found the ending pretty redeeming. Like, it was nice to see it.
Don't say the ending.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it was nice to see it. But yeah, like even this, like, as the game progressed and it got to the point where he became Hawaiian shirt Max, like it was definitely a worthwhile story, in my opinion.
Like it
Just
was
the
a good
fact
game.
that you can play a washed-up detective in a Hawaiian shirt that could jump, like just dive into people in slow motion.
Yeah,
sells the
that was the
game.
funnest part. Like, every time you turn a corner, you just slow-mo jump and just shoot everybody in the
I
head.
actually barely did that. I kind of feel bad.
That's every time I saw someone, I jumped. Like,
Did you have a childhood?
I never caught someone when I wasn't in slow motion. So.
Oh, well, that's true. I always just use the one where like you would just automatically go into slow motion.
Oh, I just like, because once that ran out, if you just jumped, it automatically went in slow. So.
I thought that used the same bar. All right. I got another game back in August here. I'm remembering. Transformers: Fall of Cybertron. I'm guessing nobody played it.
Nope.
Just because it.
Not really interesting to me.
I don't know. It's good. It's a good shooter. Third-person shooter. It's what a Transformers game should be if they were to make a Transformers game, which they did. But I don't know. I feel like people hate on Transformers now because of the movies, even though this has nothing to do with it.
I never liked Transformers. People like seem to love it. I never liked the anime that started it all. I never liked the movies and
the toys.
The games.
I was like,
generic to
I
me.
was obsessed with the toys and the movies, like the animated movies, Beast Wars and stuff. Oh my god, I love that stuff. And then the movies came out. I was like, whatever. I don't have a problem with the movies, but everyone does.
Neither do I.
And then
number 2 is just.
Well, yeah, that one wasn't as good.
Number 3, like, is fun.
Yeah.
But
I like them because they're pretty.
Yeah, well, exactly. But the games, like, they do justice to the original series. They have nothing to do with the movies, and they're great. They're fun if you like Transformers, not the movies, if you like the brand of Transformers. Alright, now here's another amazing game, Spec Ops: The Line.
We also played
this.
I heard great
I
things
wanted to play
about
that
that,
game.
and I'm looking forward to getting it.
This was the game that I said, that I mentioned earlier when you were talking about generic shooters and stuff, and
this
military
game
shooters
makes
not working.
You feel bad for shooting people.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off really, like, kind of lighthearted, like you're just shooting all these guys, and then as, like, I won't spoil it because I know a lot of people want to play, but as you just, like, progress through it, like, the character gets, like, dirtier and, like, worn down, and
you start to feel depressed.
Yeah, like the stuff
like
that's
in real
happening
life.
to him doesn't affect him until he uses, like, a white phosphorus thing and kills a bunch of innocent people, and then that's when it starts, like, this is, like, heavy stuff.
That was kind of a spoiler.
No, it's like that's middle of the game. It's not like that's when everything starts to go like downhill. And then towards the end, you get like speeches from people like who it doesn't feel like they're talking to the character. It feels like they're talking directly to the player when they're saying like, "What is this like? Games are making people violent." And I know like that's a big discussion that we should go through, but they're just like all this stuff. It's just like it's such an amazing like makes you think and makes you feel.
Yeah, from what I've heard,
that one.
I can't really make any conclusions because I haven't played it yet. But from what I've heard, it's a game where you like. It's got a pretty generic title, and that's why I kind of wrote it off at the beginning.
I don't know why they did that.
I've heard it recommended many times, so I checked it out. What you're supposed to do is go into it expecting a generic shooter, and then be blown away. So basically, like, it's a game that step by step deconstructs all the tropes of the first-person shooter genre. Like, F yeah, America, we always win. We kill the terrorists. It's like, no, the people who go through that kind of experience have like severe psychological damage, and this is the kind of thing that affects them. And there's no right or wrong.
Oh, go ahead, Cody. You go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. I was just gonna say with that game, along with Max Payne 3, I think 2012 was a really good year for games with guns that aren't like games with guns, because I don't buy or play games with guns ever. But I already have Max Payne 3, and I'm going to buy Spec Ops: The Line because I feel like Max Payne 3 deals with the whole addiction thing, and obviously Rockstar, like, it has great everything. And like you said, Michael, Spec Ops: The Line, instead of, because every shooter tries to make you feel like the hero, whereas Spec Ops: The Line tries to make you feel bad for wanting to
like
feel
the villain, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would say
it's Breaking Bad the game.
I would say going through.
I am the one who knocks.
Like, I heard the reason I started playing was the YouTube channel Extra Credits. Like, they talk a lot about like philosophy and like video games, and like they deconstruct it and stuff. And they had like a segment on that, and that just once I watched that, I was like, I need to play this game because they described everything about it, and it was just It's just such an amazing game, and not enough people played it because it looks generic. Like the cover just stuff just has a guy with a gun, and it's called Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh no!
Like really, all first-person shooters have a picture of a guy walking towards the slow motion holding a weapon.
Yeah.
I guess that does make sense.
Up-and-coming BioShock Infinite, soon to be Game of the Year 2013.
Oh no!
No, Kingdom Hearts HD.
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Nope.
Hearts HD.
One of the release games of the PS4.
Oh no! Fucking Killzone 4. Judgment.
Kills of War. Okay.
Generic Call of Duty.
Killzone.
7.
Killzone Warfare. Let's go.
Killzone Fields of Warfare.
Killzone.
Killzone. Actually.
Are you doing some bigger downloadable games as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's okay.
There's one in particular that I'm going to enjoy talking about.
Not Okami.
Damn it, no.
Alright, so next, speaking of...
Okami is this game, it's Capcom. It's created by this studio called
Get real tired of your bullshit, Sam!
So speaking of this game being good for games with guns, or this year being good with games for with...
He's playing.
Okay,
I tried.
He's done.
I made the list.
Nope. Okay, anyways, not for the reason of it being like emotional and stuff, but Borderlands 2.
That was pretty emotional.
Fun. Yeah. It was an improvement. It like everything Borderlands 1 did, and Borderlands 1 was good. It just did everything better.
Yeah.
The story was the thing I found there was no story.
It was very
pretty much.
Clever writing.
And yeah, the writing for Borderlands 2, like awesome humor. I actually cared about the characters and stuff, and it was an awesome game.
It's what happens when awesome writers don't even attempt to make a good story.
Yeah,
right.
It was very nice. It was everything comes together with the whole the formula where they took things like from Diablo where that you have the whole weapon drop system rarity, and the first person shooter with certain RPG elements fits really good together in the whole world they created.
And
it was very nice.
And
the co-op
about it. It takes it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different genres that you wouldn't think would work together, but totally do. It's co-op. It's first-person shooter. It's
RPG. RPG stuff.
like dungeon crawling, loot and shoot, things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm repeating myself. Co-op. It's Borderlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it have
Dark
anything
Souls
to say?
Easter eggs.
And there's also
And there's a Bioshock
like,
reference. So 10
Shut
out of 10.
up!
There's also
Dark
like
Souls.
surprisingly deep type things they have in the game, which I thought was cool. Like there's a side mission about these people who are suppressed by the antagonist, and they have like some sort of condition where their brains are like dying basically, or something like that. I can't even explain it, but just the way, because I don't want to spoil that whole little part. But if you haven't played it yet, but it has this message that you wouldn't expect from that type of game, and I thought it's something that everybody should know.
So it does have something to say.
It has something to
Yeah.
say. What
It's
do you
really
mean?
good. It's
Say what you need to say.
Like I can't explain it, so I can't say what I mean to say.
I feel like I just would never like that game, so I
Well,
just
no, because you want. That's not. It doesn't have what you want.
It's a genre that you're unfamiliar with. Well, yeah, that too, I guess.
well, it's like it's the
not
biggest
necessarily
thing
familiarity.
is you shoot everything, and like people who don't like shooters probably, even though there's other stuff in this game, they're probably not gonna find it as enjoyable. But
This is gonna sound retarded because you probably all think that I love
It's
shooters, but I
offensive.
don't actually really like shooters. But I
play
do. I
every
really
single
love-
shooter.
I don't. No, like I don't like generic shooters
I just play them.
at all. Like Medal of Honor, no. Bulletstorm, no.
That's because they're
Ghost Recon,
those are
no.
bad shooters.
Well,
Like those shooters are all
Medal of Honor is bad, but the rest, like even games that are kind of like I don't like playing the Battlefield like
campaign.
campaign. I don't like playing the Call of Duty campaign, even though they're
Well,
like
yeah.
well made. They're good. I
That's
don't
because most
like.
of
I
them
don't
are
enjoy
generic.
shooters.
They don't have any kind of story.
Like, I'll be honest, playing Call of Duty has given me more headaches than I've ever had outside of a gaming experience. And it's not because it's, like, irritating or anything. Playing it just gives me a headache. I just, like... yeah, I don't know.
I don't know,
Just the
but
people and the atmosphere and everything, like... Unless it's an older Call of Duty, I just don't like it.
I just feel like people think that I actually like shooters, and I don't. I wouldn't say that I like the genre of first-person shooter. I wouldn't say that, except when it's like Borderlands 2, Far Cry 3 did it well, Bioshock did it well, but like
Killzone.
those are like Killzone's like in the middle of being
Hashtag
generic
Bioshock.
and not generic, but yeah, whatever.
That's good.
All right, now here's that other game that I said is one of the two most overrated games of the year, Dishonored.
No.
Yes.
Dishonored.
Who wants to go first?
I don't know.
we all played
You
it.
guys.
Did everyone play it?
I haven't played it. I'm still very excited for it. And despite all the stuff I've heard, like...
Okay.
It just, like,
Well-
everything I've seen of the gameplay, I'm like, ooh, that looks
So
cool.
no spoilers.
It's my
but-
style.
but let's talk.
The world I think they crafted was amazing. Like the steampunk stuff is really good when you do it well, and I thought they did it like amazingly. It was kind of like a little kind of cell shaded. The graphics looked good. It played really really smoothly. Really fun to play. Like I never got bored with it.
Graphics looked good at all.
No,
You didn't
graphics
think?
were retarded.
I thought that was.
They were okay.
The
I,
graphics.
How are the
I-
graphics retarded? How are they
but-
bad?
They were
I mean, they're not, like, mind-blowing. They're just...
they're like
they're
stylized,
pretty good.
but
No,
the
I
art
think-
style itself is better.
yeah, no, the art style was amazing. It just the
Oh.
graphics weren't.
that's what I didn't like. I didn't like
Oh.
the style at all.
oh, okay.
Why
Like, the art
not?
style was really fun. It was
Oh.
a great game. The
The
story
art-
was pretty cool. That heart mechanic that you had like a beating heart and stuff. That
Oh.
just like gameplay mechanic was just
Clock in it.
yeah, like that was just such an awesome thing. Like learning about the world. Like if you didn't use that, you skipped out on a bunch of stuff because it was just like hearing about the world and was like a really interesting thing that they did. And it was like
Wait, what does the
I
heart do? Could you explain that?
The heart,
whenever you're
it's
in a
like.
place and
Oh, you can
you'd
explain it.
pick up the heart and you'd use it. It would like tell you about the world or the people in it and in the area that you're using it in. So you learn more about the world and the characters. And if you didn't use it, you like skipped out on a bunch. But
But the thing with that, when I was using it, it talked in riddles. It was, and I
you
couldn't
say that like
figure
it
them
only
out.
talked in riddles for you. When I was using the heart, it
I
talked in
think
riddles
he
to
said
me.
it. He's like, "Oh, it's so amazing," and then like you can use it, like you can hear people's individual thoughts, and you can hear like backstories and stuff like that. And it's like it sounded like riddles to me, and I was confused.
It was just written kind of poetically a little bit. I think.
yeah, But I really liked it. Like, I guess maybe people thought it was a lot better because it was like a new IP so late in like a console cycle, but I really liked it, and I'm glad that they're gonna make more.
I mean, I think it was
I have
an
high
A
hopes for
game.
it as a franchise, from what I've seen.
Yeah, they
Don't-
declared it as a franchise.
Yeah,
Which is awesome. That's not silly.
I didn't
Are you
really
kidding?
like it.
Like it's a very novel concept, and to be honest, like the game industry needs more like
steampunk.
textured, more like textured worlds than it
Hold on, we
currently
talking about
has.
Dishonored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I came back at a good time. I was just playing it like 3 minutes ago. It's pretty good. Just want to throw that out there. I don't know what's been said because I went upstairs to get food.
It's good. Some people like it. Some people think it's overrated. Jesse thinks it's a little overrated, but
I thought the Wanderer was his name. The Wanderer.
Yeah.
I thought he was really odd. I don't know. I thought he was really misplaced, or like I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
I'm the Wanderer
Who's the
from
Wanderer?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the Outsider, right? I haven't played the game, but
Outsider.
Yeah, it's the Outsider.
Who's the outside?
God damn, it took
It's
long enough.
the bro that tells you things in your little imagination land thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it. Just give me a yes or no question. But all he does is serve as a catalyst, right? He's
Yeah.
not really
Yes.
elaborated on.
Yeah, like
Okay,
He's neither good
that's
nor
prob-
evil.
Yeah, as a conjecture, that's probably going to be the basis of their franchise. It's just like the only common element that ties them together are these fantastical settings and this outsider.
I barely even remember that.
I didn't
part.
like the atmosphere. There wasn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything. There was nothing there.
You didn't feel anything? What you didn't feel friendship with that young girl? You were like
Oh no.
you were like playing hide and seek. I was
didn't.
replaying the game because I'm trying to do a high chaos run. And at the beginning of the game, when you're supposed to play hide and seek with her, I walked past her and I felt like shit. I was like, sorry.
I didn't get anything out of that game. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about her. I didn't like how it looked. The only good thing that I thought of that game was the way that they allowed you to jump on buildings. I
The
liked
sauce.
The only
Sauce
for me,
was
the
the
only
only
good thing
good part about that game.
was the level design.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean.
each individual level, like each mission, it was all unique, and there was a lot of ways to go around, and they did a really good job with innovating the gameplay. There wasn't a whole lot of like supernatural stealth assassin things, except the thing is they encourage you not to kill people, but
I killed everyone.
Pretty much all of the powers are for killing people,
Yeah.
and like there's one where you can like create a wind gust, but there's not really any edges to knock people off. And so, like, I thought a couple of them were useless. What?
The light barriers too. I mean,
Light
you might
barriers.
as well. They might as well give you as many like powers as possible in a game like that, just to, I don't know, because a few like central powers that are really useful, they're just going to get dull after a while. But if you ask me, like a game like that, where it focuses on supernatural powers, if they gave you a lot of skill points to allocate and then a lot of really niche powers, like. It isn't stuff that you'd be using regularly. It's stuff that like only work in certain situations, and then give you a lot of situations to do that. I think that'd be really cool.
It was kind of the opposite. It was like that they gave you blink at the start, and then that was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
what
as Michael said. The heart
liked.
The heart lets you find runes, which are like skill points, and then those were. I thought that was. I don't know how to explain that. It was kind of weird.
So what are the good
I
and
thought it
bad?
was. Well, it's like it's kind of too easy to get the runes, which I thought it was kind of too easy to get them.
Yeah, it just tells you exactly where everything is.
But the ones that were harder to get were just like really annoying to get.
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
like the low powers, like powers that use not a lot of mana, were the ones that you could like spam a lot because it recharges them all the way. Like it recharges mana for using the low powers. So it was kind of there wasn't a good balance either. But I
Pros
mean,
and
it was
cons.
all right. Yeah, they'll probably get better in the franchise.
Yeah, which is why I'm excited that they're making a franchise, because from what it sounds like, it was a game that had a lot of potential, and they didn't implement it like perfectly. And so now that they're like, as a developer, they seem really conceptually sound, but their gameplay mechanics weren't like the greatest, and the implementation wasn't the greatest. And so it can only go uphill from here. They'll still have great concepts, like they're not just going to run out of ideas, but now they know how to implement it, how they went wrong.
If I had to explain the game in a really rude and bad way, I would say they took BioShock, took away the good environment, took away the good gameplay, put in some cool jumping mechanics around buildings, and then called it Dishonored. And made it look bad. Okay, that's my wrap up. That's seriously what I think about that game. Like, it actually, I don't hate that game, but I don't know, it wasn't good.
I liked it a lot better than BioShock. But.
You kiss your mother with that mouth.
Oh God.
I like them both. They're both very good.
I would just like to say, I think BioShock is one of the most overrated games of the day.
Are you being like Owen right now, where you just say that for?
Yeah, I don't know if you're like, BioShock's the fucking worst, or like,
no, it's not the worst, but it's the most overrated.
Oh no, man, it's so
in
good.
what way? Because I could like debate circles around you when it comes to BioShock. I've put a lot of thought into that game.
Number one's
I just thought it was really, really generic.
7 times.
How was it generic? What?
Oh God.
Define generic.
It's not
And then we'll.
now.
Yes,
you
he
hold a
is.
gun and you shoot people. That's like every first-person shooter.
Well, you complete goals and you move pixels.
Sam's like seething at the mouth right now.
No, just kidding.
Let's just go to the next game.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's defuse this terrorist situation before it begins.
Okay. Let's move on to something peaceful. Unfinished Swan.
What the fuck is that?
I haven't played it.
That game was very good.
I wouldn't expect you savage Canadians to understand.
Fuck you, man.
Go play hockey.
What, Cody?
Owen's Canadian.
Yeah. All right, so next game on the list, NHL 13. Clearly the best game this year. The skating physics that they added were quite good.
I like it because it gives me the opportunity to view Canadians in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
And their culture and interactions.
Oh my God. Anyways, Unfinished Swan. Michael?
Unfinished Swan. When I saw that this game was announced, like, I was really excited. It looked really fun. They entered into the same deal as that game company did, and this is their first game coming out, and I thought it was really, really cool. The game mechanic was awesome, like throw paint, and that's kind of the only thing they showed. And then later on through the game, as you get like different chapters, you get instead of paint, it's like you use water instead to like grow vines to crawl around, and it wasn't just everything is white. Everything was simple and stuff, but it looked detailed. It looked really good. It was kind of like light on story, but they still had kind of a story there.
An implied story, like journey?
No,
it's like a storybook.
No, it was like it. I don't know. I don't want to like say the beginning of the story, how it starts, but for people who haven't played it, but it was like they did tell you the story, and then
it's a storybook.
Yeah, they're no.
Yeah, I played the first chapter. I know everything. Come on.
Anyway, the game was very good. I think Journey is a little better, but who knows? Like their next game could be like even better than that. So like, what happened?
Unfinished Swan is better than Flower.
Yes, I would.
That's interesting.
Like, Flower was a pretty good game. I liked it a lot. It just didn't do much for me.
Even to Flower, like you say, it's a pretty good game. It's not a pretty good game. It's a pretty good experience, maybe.
It's a game.
Well, no experience.
I don't know, but
define game, Jesse.
If you have any control over what's going on and it's presented in a like digital,
it is a game, but I wouldn't say that it's a good game. I say it's a good experience.
Did you like Flower better than Journey, Jesse?
No.
Okay.
But like, I don't.
It's good and it's a game.
I don't know.
You're not going to take off points because I don't do the game part of video game very well.
But that's what it is.
I
it's
like
not
the video part.
It's not like a game. I don't get it.
I agree with you, Jesse. I don't think it is a game.
Yeah.
Different topic for a different day. Next game.
Yeah. Next game.
We are on a games
list,
aren't we?
Why Unfinished Swan though? It's very good.
Okay. Probably not going to talk very much about this. Just quickly, Little Big Planet Vita is very good for a Little Big Planet game.
I heard. I haven't played it. I just heard that's like the definitive Little Big Planet experience, just because it works so well. Like with the Vita, with all the creativity and like
the front
back
touchpad
and front touchpad and all that stuff, it just works so well. I've heard that's like the best one. Even the people who make the levels, like now you can make like full games inside the level editor, and people can play those and then like save them. Like so, people have made hour-long, like or a couple hour-long RPGs. Play half of it, they can save their progress in that level. and I just thought
That's
it was really
cool.
cool because you could just do whatever you wanted.
It's very well. It's like Little Big Planet 2 when it's on the Vita and it uses the Vita correctly, and it's really good.
And it's not even made by Media Molecule, so
The only problem I could foresee is that it doesn't have like a large enough community for the online aspect.
I don't know. Yeah. No, it's fine.
I never even heard of it before now, so like I didn't know there was a Little Big Planet Vita exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
kind of the
of that,
problem with the Vita in
Bioshock
general.
Vita, anyone?
it's gonna be out for like another 3 years.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
I'm
Okay,
happy
can we
with
just
it.
skip the next one because no one has anything good to say? So.
What is the next one?
I know we all agreed that Lollipop Chainsaw was Game of the Year, but I don't know. I think we have some competition with Medal of Honor Warfighter, and yeah.
Oh my god!
All right, so clearly the game chose great color schemes. I liked the brown. I really liked the darker brown, and I thoroughly enjoyed the light brown. I also enjoyed that I could be a pure Canadian while I played because I hate playing as other countries because I don't care about them.
He's a cunt.
I was excited when I heard about that because, like the story thing, like using like real Navy SEALs and like telling the story that they had while they were overseas and fighting and stuff sounded really cool. But then, like I didn't buy it, and then I just heard reviews and it's like
I didn't buy it.
threes.
It was terrible. I didn't buy it.
And like
Were you
threes and
expecting
fours, and
a
everyone
Spec
says it's
Ops The
horrible.
Line
So what?
type thing? Were you expecting it to
You
be
didn't
kind
play
of
it.
like Spec Ops The Line?
No, I was expecting it to be like Battlefield, and
You
like
expect it to
everything
be like
that I saw
Battlefield.
looked good until it came out, and like it had like a 1 gig day one patch, which means something's wrong.
And
then-
just like I said,
It's
like
because like
Day one patches
their,
just mean
their
that they
game
want
was
to load
broken according to IGN when they gave them like the game, and then like the patch was supposed to fix everything.
Yeah,
What about the beta? I didn't hear too much bad stuff about the beta.
it's just generic, whatever.
Beta was okay.
That's your opinion. So is Call of Duty.
but
Yes, but it
I know, I
does
just-
Call
right.
of Duty is the king of generic shooters.
Yes, but
I just heard
exactly.
like nothing but bad stuff about it. So
That's why it's successful.
That
Next
doesn't mean
game.
it's good. It just means it's popular.
I heard there was a mission in Medal of Honor where the whole mission is just sniping one person.
Beautiful.
Well, that's
Uh,
basically
yes,
the
yeah, there is.
mission with McMillan in Call of Duty.
But then when you do shoot him, there's the whole thing where you only shoot his arm off, and then they see you, and there's like the whole rest of the level where you're running away.
It's a separate level.
Okay,
That's a separate
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Well,
almost
same
sure.
thing.
Next
That
See,
game was just
that's
dumb.
where the distinction is odd. I mean, like, so what if they slap like a name on it and call it a mission, where it's just like advancing the plot? Like, is that a bad thing? It's not like you're
I
set
don't
out
know, it's
45 minutes just sitting there and then
The
you snipe
plot.
the guy. It's over.
It just seems it's
You haven't
like
played
it's
the
just
game,
weird
you
to
can't
have
talk
such a
about
thing
plot.
in there.
What? Medal of Honor? I played it.
Oh, okay.
Jesse's the only one that played it.
I don't know why.
I feel like if they took the cutscenes and made a 20-minute YouTube video, it'd be good.
Nice.
That's
Worth it.
what it's good for. Next, we got Pokemon Black and White 2. Nobody played it.
I play old Pokemon. That's it.
Well, they were
Yeah, I
Pokemon
know.
games,
God.
so
No desire to
They're
play them.
Pokemon games, and they are very good. Okay.
I don't understand
Boom.
why you would buy a new Pokemon game over an old Pokemon game. Like,
It's just new.
Even
It's
if you
just
play
like
Billy
more Jesse. Like it's just
Because
more
it's new.
Pokemon, pretty much.
They're still
More
they're
content.
still, they're still
More
sort of an
Pokemon, and
adventure.
it's slight upgrade, and it's good. There's the whatever.
let
It's very
upgrade
good.
to what?
Pokemon
Like,
Black
they
and White, the first
move on
one.
at this point.
Slight upgrade to Pokemon.
What? How?
Because
The franchise, I'm guessing.
if you like Pokemon, you like it. That's how it
Okay.
goes.
Give a reason. Nobody's giving a reason.
You don't need a reason. It
it's
exists.
like people buy sports games every year because there's a roster update. It's the same thing. In an
Yeah.
odd way.
Really lame.
Yeah.
I guess, but Pokemon's better. Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh
boy.
boy.
Like
America.
No spoilers.
Biggest disappointment of 2013 for me.
2013.
I love this. No spoilers, but I love the story. Like I did love the.
Did you
story
like the
from
ending too?
No, I hated it.
We'll get
Not
to the
like
ending. Oh, we'll back on the ending, don't
Let's
you?
not talk about the.
I love the like the Desmond story part as well. That's what like made me feel in those games. Like I had like
Really boring.
it was good. There was always like some twist thing at the end, and then this one was just that's it. I was so disappointed, and like it looked amazing, like when you're in the Animus and stuff, and all that stuff was good, except for how it played. Like you would run from one place, run like the distance was like 400. You just run across like the mountain and stuff, get a cutscene. Okay, now run back, get another cutscene, and you were just like going place to place, getting a cutscene, and it wasn't fun. It was a really big disappointment.
What's wrong with disappointments, huh? I liked. I don't know why exactly. In retrospect, it was a bad idea, but towards like the middle of the game, I was ready to name it like my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I just really like the environment and stuff like that. I don't know why I thought that at the beginning, because the story was really just. Yes.
Wait, you
oh my
played
god!
it?
Quick time events. Hot damn! No.
When did you play Assassin's Creed 3?
Like about a month ago.
Oh.
But
we were still on
the main
break.
character was uninteresting.
Yep.
He wasn't like they had a lot of opportunities and they flubbed on a lot of them. They just they didn't craft a well-developed character or anything like that.
I think this setting might have been like a drawback to compared to
I thought
like
the
some of the
setting
other
was really
ones.
cool, to be
Needs
honest.
more Ezio.
I think that was one of the
like,
strongest points of the game.
The wilderness was cool, except for when you
The
went
wilderness,
the wilderness was cool, but when going into town, I was so bored in the town.
Yeah, that's the same here. Like
compared
in the
to
wilderness parts, I'm like, oh, this is pretty
Italy.
awesome. I really love this environment. And then in the town parts, I was just like, oh, I want to run in trees.
Which you couldn't even do
It's
for the first
so childish, but
6 hours of the game because you were playing as someone who can't climb or do anything.
yeah, I have multiple criticisms of the game, so I'm
Playing a tutorial for like 4 hours, it was so annoying.
I kind of missed the like what part of the game where they revealed that Haytham was a Templar, and as you were playing in the beginning, like, that's like a first. That's like an hour.
You can
spoiler.
add an annotation.
Charles.
Charles. No,
Like
but
that's the thing with like
basically,
the other
like,
ones. Yeah.
motley band of potential assassins getting together. They're all they have their pros and cons. But they seem like generally nice blokes. And then it's revealed all of a sudden that they're Templars. And then flash forward to I don't know what, like 13 years later, and they're all complete douchebags. Like instant change. As soon as they're revealed to be Templars, they're sadistic.
It's because you're native.
It's because you're native and you have a different perspective. It is an impressionistic.
Did it
point of view.
hit home there,
That's their
Jacob?
point. What?
Did
Yeah,
it hit home?
it did. It offended me as a native tree nigger.
No, but like,
Whoa!
okay, moving on from that.
You didn't even use the correct term. It's forest.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Anyway, before the big
okay.
reveal, Charles is just like this orderly, like English chap who's trying to assist the order as best he can. After it's revealed that they're Templars, he's an evil bastard who burns villages for what he wants and kicks children and hangs them up and stuff like that. And then they all become sadistic murderers all of a sudden, where they were totally not reflected on that. That was like the biggest thing for me. And like even when you're playing with you're playing alongside Haytham as Connor, like talking to him, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy. And then they shoehorn these scenes in where he like interrogates a guy and then he stabs him. And he's like, "What did you do that for?" Well, he could have said something. And like none of that is mentioned at all in the like when you're playing as him. It's
All
just
right.
like
Yeah.
and the ending.
Right.
Big disappointment,
Back to
especially the Desmond thing. Huge disappointment.
All right.
Yeah, really dislike how in Assassin's Creed they just leave like endings and things like that.
Blatantly to be continued.
Yeah, to be continued by our next installment. It's basically a marketing ploy. And this was like, I'm not even sure if you could consider this cliffhanger. This is a spoiler coming up. Basically, they conclude Desmond's story like it comes to a grinding halt all of a sudden, and they say like, "Oh yeah, the people who have been leading you, yeah, they were evil all along, and now the world's not actually going to end, but the human race is subjugated and Desmond is dead." Hope you buy the next installment.
Yep. Disappointment.
Fucking spoilers.
I said so.
Okay, next game.
All right.
Don't buy it.
Next game. Assassin's Creed Liberation. That's not even.
Very
talk about
bad. I can't play it for more than 20 minutes.
Did you say Liberations?
Yeah,
no,
it's the
Liberation,
Vita one.
the Vita one.
Graphics look bad. Story, I don't care about.
We all just hate because she plays a chick.
But she's
It's-
black, so
It's
you know,
glitchy. It's glitchy, and it's not fun for me. I don't think I'll ever beat it.
Is white in real life.
Oh snap!
Uh-oh. Alright, on to a good game. Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah?
Burnout
Yes.
Paradise 2 with cops, fun.
Yes. Very awesome.
fun.
This would be the best racing game of the year. Yes. Well, yeah.
But that's
It's
not
fun.
saying much.
Yes, that is saying much, because Ridge Racer Unbounded is amazing.
What exactly is the appeal of racing games?
This one was just free roam with cops.
I like
You can get any
cars.
vehicle and do races.
Like, what is there to roam in? It's just backgrounds.
No, this one
No,
had
it's free. It's actually free roam. You
Yeah,
drive
this-
around a city.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's just a city background. You could just like keep replaying the same screenshot of a city
There's
over and over.
there's jumps, there's collectibles, there's a bunch of shit you can do.
all the races.
Jumps are
and stuff,
bunch of
maybe
upgrades.
like cartoonish racing game, and collectibles are just there to make like extend the life of any game.
And
just
this
don't
game was
understand.
unique because like you drive around and instead of like having a bunch of cars you have to purchase, you drive around and you find the cars that you're going to use, and each car has its own unique set of races. So it was actually really enjoyable.
Yeah, then you play them to upgrade them to get better parts. It's just it was a fun game.
Yeah.
It wasn't Need for Speed. It was Burnout Paradise 2 with some cops.
Yep.
And the cops,
Cops
are
was-
all right. I didn't.
That was
think
the only
cop-
part I didn't like about the game was the cops.
The cops weren't. I don't
Just
think they
let
were
me drive.
Yeah.
compared to like the actual Need for Speed Most Wanted on like PS2. That game's cops was awesome. This one was just kind of meh.
So if you like racing, it's a very solid game.
Yeah.
And if you played Burnout Paradise, then you will like it. Alright, now the only Xbox game, we got Halo 4.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the
Just kidding, I
Halo
don't
series, even
Yeah.
though I've never owned an Xbox. Sell it on me.
It's the
Oh,
only
that's-
Xbox game that I would play, or want on the PS3, I should say.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
but
Halo
Halo
4,
4
you
the ending.
You just
dummy.
jump into 4.
Series. Oh, yeah, series.
God, I love Halo 4. I just hate every other Halo game.
Yeah, but the Halo 4, beautiful game. Good way to pick up the campaign again as Master Chief, I guess. It was all right. And then, you got Melfi Cortana in it. It's okay. And then, multiplayer aspect, pretty
Melfi
solid
Cortana.
multiplayer. It's a down step from Reach, in all honesty, but it's still like no Halo game has yet to top 3 since 3 came out. So,
Yep.
yeah.
3 I think's the best still, but this one was really good. Maybe 'cause someone spoiled the ending for me. I would have liked it better. But Jesse.
Dumbledore dies.
Anyway, it's great. The graphics look awesome, except for the orange enemies. I forget. It was kind of weird though.
Prometheans.
Yeah, they look kind of cheesy to me, but I thought
They
it was
were
kind of
fucked
weird
up.
Like they look like cheese. Or
They look like cheesies, they're orange.
though. Yeah,
They look
But-
like Cheez-Its.
it was kind of weird how
Cheese
you're
of
like,
enemies.
oh, we're fighting the Covenant again. That sucks. Okay, it doesn't explain a lot of stuff, but it was still like really good.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like a rogue element of the Covenant who hadn't fucking figured out the fact that the war was over or some shit. So, yeah, it was dumb.
Alright.
When I was
That, though, it was a great game. Really fun.
Yeah.
Anything else from anyone?
isn't Cortana an AI?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I
So
felt
wouldn't
for-
she be an elf with 2 eyes?
She's probably one of the strongest.
Artificial intelligence. I like to fuck, right?
No,
Yeah.
the strongest. All right. Probably one of the strongest
Alright.
points of the Halo series. Okay, got it.
Alright.
Boom.
Okay. So,
Bree's better.
should... Alright, okay. Maybe. I don't
Okay.
know.
So
I can't say
here's
anything.
the Earth.
So,
right?
here's the next game. Should we even talk about this? Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Nah.
Didn't play it.
After playing, like, I don't know, if you're a fan of using the mainstream guns, then it's probably one of the best Call of Duties because they balance the guns fairly well. Like all the major bulk of the guns can compete with each other,
Talking about
but there
multiplayer.
weren't. Like, yeah, multiplayer, of course. Like,
People don't buy it. For
who
the
plays Call of Duty for the campaign? It was like, I
What
don't
do the
know if-
numbers mean, Mason?
I didn't like the Black Ops 1 campaign at all. I think
I like the first campaign, the Black Ops 1 campaign.
I don't know.
actually liked it.
I think they were trying to go places with the Black Ops 2 campaign, and they just failed on all fronts. Basically,
Yeah, a
like
lot
they
of
tried
people
to create-
liked it, But I didn't. It wasn't all that
The
great.
people
'cause they
that
said the
like
story was.
Call of Duty campaigns are people that don't play other games, and they're just like, "Wow, this is so cool and new and stuff." Wow,
I like the
Awesome.
explosions.
I liked World at War's campaign because it was history, and I'm into that.
yeah.
I'm all
So
about
it was
this.
dope.
No, but I mean,
I mean-
I mainly mean with Black Ops and Black Ops 2, they're like, wow, they changed it so much. It's not even like just modern. It's so cool. Oh my god, look how different it is. But it's
Oh, shit,
it's like
they
people
have
that say
open
that,
world zombies.
like literally don't play other games, and they're just comparing it to Modern Warfare and saying, wow, this is so different.
And
Yeah,
I hated
I
how
own-
the Black Ops campaign. Oh, sorry.
Can we
sorry
talk
for
about
interrupting
multiplayer?
you.
Yes.
No, but just one more thing in the
Multiplayer's
in
more
the, in the
important.
campaign is just like they have all, they like in the trailer it seemed like they emphasized the story like with all these cool gadgets, but then they give you all of them in one mission and you use it for one thing in each part and then it's gone.
Yeah, 0 punctuation. Am I right, fellas?
And then also there's a part where you're flying a jet and then I didn't understand that. That was like horrible for me.
I
I
crashed
could
into
not
the
control
building
that.
so many times. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I could not control the jet, and then I kept crashing in the buildings, and then I was like, "How is my jet not dead?" I was playing on veteran. I was
Repairs
expecting it to blow up. Oh,
Okay, let's talk
What is
about
this,
the
Battlefield?
campaign.
It was like
Yes.
Call of Duty, pretty much, but there was some new stuff, but that's pretty much it.
Call of Duty with some gimmicks. Hooray.
Yeah, Next.
Talk about the multiplayer.
it's multiplayer.
I feel like odd saying this because they probably did the balance really well for general
Yeah.
purposes, but I hated the balance. I hated it so much. I feel like they overdid it not because like all guns are the same, but because there aren't any bad guns for me to use. Like I think, yeah, I know. Like generally, I just stick to the submachine guns because I like gimping myself, and I really
But
love the.
they're all good.
Yeah, all the submachine guns are overpowered. All the assault rifles are good. Even like the FAL is used by everyone with auto, so it's not fun.
Yeah.
And I really like the low clip, high fire rate, fast reloading, and low ammo like submachine guns. And there weren't any.
Scorpion.
Yeah, exactly. Basically the Scorpion, and is never anything like that. Like that's why I like Black Ops 1's weapons so much, is because there's like 5 guns that are locked at like a 20-round clip. It's amazing. And there's the Uzi. Okay, I'm gonna go on like a gun fanboy as a moment. You should stop.
Okay. So what I think about Black Ops 2 multiplayer is that they did it and it was fine, and I think it's actually better than it has been for a few years, but I think I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, neither too. That's like one of the problems for veterans of the series is that by now it's just like old. It's boring. I don't really. It's boring for me to play multiplayer. I can play like a few
more
games and I
excited for,
get
like,
bored.
a new Battlefield than a new Call of Duty. Like I don't want to play Call of
I
Duty.
want
I want
that.
Killzone.
It sucks that they got a lot of things right so late in the series.
Yeah.
This is like what I was waiting for when Black
Only
Ops
took
was
them 10
released.
Yeah.
It's like 3 years later.
Next
Alright.
game.
This game is The Walking Dead.
Oh yes, I really liked the first-person shooter elements of the game. Those are extremely well
Wait.
done.
Cody hasn't played it, so don't spoil it.
Oh,
Yeah, same, please.
I like the part where Clementine dies.
I'm on episode 4.
Ooh.
Dumbledore kills Hagrid.
I haven't played any of them yet.
Alright.
So,
Oh my God, Owen, you're a terrible person.
Very
Uh,
good.
yeah.
You really care about the story and the characters.
Yeah.
And that's
We shouldn't really talk about anything then. Just
Yeah.
know that it is.
Well, I have something to say that has nothing to do with either of those things.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
I
think.
mentioned. Oh, go on.
Okay, thank you. I think that because it does so much stuff different and better than a lot of games, like the writing and character development and all that stuff, it just got away with the stuff it did wrong, and I don't think it should. Like, the frame rate and the choppiness at times is so bad, I've just stopped playing because I can't look past it. And I've never heard anyone
I didn't even notice that.
say that.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
exactly.
There was some choppiness I found with mine, but it's like, yeah, I guess what Cody's saying is true. It was kind of like looked past because it did so much other stuff right.
Yeah. Like,
I-
literally, probably every second or third shot, there's like a 1.5 second lag to switch to the next shot.
That's that's true.
And it's so frustrating.
Are
I
you playing it
honestly
on
don't
the disc
remember that.
version?
That is never a problem for me because I don't complain about
if
things
you're
like
playing
that.
on the disc version, there's a lot of lag.
Did you play on this version?
I bought it off PSN.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I have no idea what your problem is then.
Excuse me, sir,
Honestly,
but I
though-
don't think your PS3 is in the right condition.
Well,
That's
no
more
other
of a
game-
personal thing than the game's flaw, because like you said, you've never heard anyone mention that. It's because it wasn't a big deal, really. Like if there's like a half a second delay between every scene, I mean, like big whoop. On older consoles, it'd be like a 15-second delay between scenes with worse graphics.
Yeah, but most games don't do that nowadays. So when a game does that, like
I've
it's
seen-
well,
I've
yeah,
never
but
seen-
objectively, that's not a bad thing. It's just like something that happens.
but most games don't do that anymore. So that's why it
Zero
it
games.
should
Yeah.
be brought
Like
up.
if let's say Uncharted 3 had the same problem, there would be
Well, that's like justifying complaining about like first world problems because like, oh, we're used to so much
Oh god.
we're used to so much better now. I mean, like, don't I have a right to complain that I got too much foam on my frappe latte? It's
because
you
everything
don't.
is better
You
now. So like
completely don't. It doesn't matter if everything about life is better than it used to be. That you should be rejoicing that.
No, okay, but that's like saying you're not allowed to complain about anything then because all games are so good or they're so much better than they used to be.
I don't know.
That's a
I
decent
would-
point, I guess. But it's like a small thing. Like even if, I mean I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I don't think it is though because the basis of the game is the cinematics. It is a cinematic that you can interact with. That's all it is. And they don't even execute that correctly.
But when
That's-
was it so bad that like your eyes were breaking or you couldn't tell what was going on? I mean, that's when it detriments the game. But if it's just like a little bit of jumpiness every now and then it's not something that I would like take points off of it for.
Well, I would.
Okay, we spent so much time talking about the technical aspects. Let's talk about what makes the game good and like.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk
who
about what
cares?
happens.
because
we
huge
don't
spoilers,
have
but
to.
I have a question.
characters and stories.
There is a game. It was called Jurassic Park, the game, and it got a lot of hate for doing exactly what The Walking Dead did, because they were saying, "Oh, it's just like a barely interactional movie with that just only uses your basic motor skills."
I'm assuming it's because the storyline in the Jurassic Park game was fucking weak, and the storyline in the Walking Dead game is like feels. So
I don't know. I didn't play it. That's just what it's just because I was looking at that and I was like, wait, this is exactly like The Walking Dead, but it's getting a lot of hate.
Yeah, it's another one of those games that kind of like, I don't know, it isolates like a few aspects of what makes us human and just focuses on that and character interactions and things like that, and it's more or less like an inquiry into what you will and will not do. Like even in a game setting, and they did this really well, like the choices are so hard to make. It's like, oh god, which person am I going to take with me and which person am I not? Which person am I going to save and kill? Should I should I do this? Should I ask this person or tell this person this or that? And what I found was I turned on like it's cool that they like there are two options, like standard
like
with
Heavy
all
Rain.
like the heads up display and stuff, and it tells you when you're making important choices, and it highlights where all the interactable items are, and then there's like minimal with none of that, but there's also like customization. And so what I did was I made it really easy to find all the stuff you interact with, so I didn't have to like drag through the gameplay. But I turned off when it like it notifying me when a person will remember this or that, or when this will matter for the story.
Why?
And so it was. What do you mean why?
Why? Why would you do that? I thought that was interesting. I like that.
Well, what advantage does it confer? I mean, that doesn't happen in a real situation, and the goal with like stories is to suspend your disbelief that much to where you almost think it's real. And so like when something's telling you like, oh, this is really important, and everything else you say will have no impact on the story whatsoever, then it cheapens the impact of like every other decision you make. Like, should I give a candy bar to this person when everyone is starving, or should I mention that I'm a convict and I was headed off to prison when I got into
guess.
this?
I guess so.
That makes sense.
Another game, not really going to say anything. Little Big Planet karting kind of failed. Yeah.
Heard it was bad.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not good. The controls were just not good. That is an example of a bad racing game. But here's another wonderful game, Persona 4 Golden.
Is that only on the Vita? Because
Yeah.
from what you've said and from what I've heard, it seems like an interesting thing, but that would suck.
It's on PS2.
It's just
Well, yeah.
it's like
Is it on
it's
the
a
PlayStation
portion of
Network
PS2.
I'm not sure if that one is, but I know Persona 1, 2, and 3 are on, but they're like PS1 classics. But I have not played yet, but everyone, like Cody and Jesse, and like reviews and everything, just gushing. Like it's just amazing. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
So
Speaking of gushing, Xenoblade Chronicles, anyone? I've heard that's really good, and it's basically like the best RPG ever. And it's huge, massive, and like has a heavy.
Wait, what game?
Xenoblade Chronicles, I think.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. You should play it.
That was a 2012 release.
Is that the one on
It
Wii?
was ported in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the Wii.
It's so good. It's so good.
How's the focus on story? Because I'm really into story games recently.
It's really watered down. I feel like
Oh no.
there'll be like an hour of holy crap, all of this is happening, but then a few hours of I don't know, like not much happening.
The pacing is bad, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and yeah, like it's like a 60 to 70 hour game, so I don't know. It's kind of unrealistic to expect every cutscene to move the story forward like 10 steps, but it would have been nicer if it did.
That's true, but oh god, I don't know. Because when I want to like RPGs a lot, but it's just like I don't. I try and play them, and I'm like, what's the point? I am just like walking and pressing attack, and then like messing with equipment and getting better equipment, and the story's not moving at all.
So wait, what games do you like?
What games do I like, or what RPGs?
What genre?
What genre in general? I couldn't hammer anything down because like I like
BioShock's his favorite
Okami.
game.
No, like I said, my favorite game I've discovered in the last year and is a visual novel, Katsuo Shoujo, which, like I forgot to mention this. The Walking Dead is as close to a visual novel as you can get. So basically, that's the kind of experience you're gonna get. But that's all I'm gonna talk about. Like, I like that. It's a visual novel. It's amazing, but it's the only visual novel I've ever played, really. And then I like well done first person shooters, but I don't play them nonstop. I really like Okami a lot, and that's like an adventure game with a tiny amount of RPG elements and stuff like that, and a really long and immersive story. And yeah, it's just like I like a ton of games.
Good.
Yeah.
So, back to Persona 4.
So anyway, Persona.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Voice acting's pretty perfect. Except main character you don't talk. But,
Lame.
Is your
I
name
don't
you?
generally-
Is that what you just said?
what?
Did you
Actually, it is. I didn't even mean to say that, but your name technically, that's what your name is. Like if you look it up. Yeah, I don't even think they say that in the game though.
You can
He
name
says what's
yourself
character.
in the game.
Yeah, you name yourself whatever you want, but if you don't,
No,
does it
that's-
default to you?
Oh, I don't know.
Like why you? Because that's what like his name is.
Hello, Double Guns. Would you like to go out for coffee?
I forget what I named him. Oh
No.
no, it's okay. Whatever.
Okay,
So
it's
the joke.
very good if you have a Vita. Get it, and you
Yes.
can play it on PS2.
Yeah,
So-
but on like this is an updated version.
Pretty sure it's on Xbox.
Screw you, Owen.
Nope. Yeah, here's
That would
another
be-
game I'm not going to talk much about. Wait, what?
I said that it would be in my top 5 of the year, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, we're going to do that after. Not today. Okay, next game. What do we got here? Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Nobody played it except
Oh.
me. I love it. It is a very good race. Well, actually, I don't love it. I liked it. It was not as good as the first one, which came out a couple of years ago, which was what I was expecting from this one. This one didn't feel as good, racing. There's not much you can say about racing games, but this one just wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah, not much you can say about racing games.
Yeah, but they're awesome.
No,
There's just not much to differentiate
not much
them.
content.
Either it's arcade, it's a it's either arcade, simulator, or open world, or well, free roam. There's really the only three types.
Or some combination of the two.
Okay.
I probably
this
should
is an arcade.
judge. I used to like flight simulator games. Those are really. What?
Alright.
Breaker 12-1 coming in hot. Gotta land this plane down in your airport.
No, it's not like that though. I thought that was really cool. Like I used to play those at arcades where they let you like land on airstrips and stuff. But like when I was a kid, I played like World War II dogfighting games. Those were dope. Which was why I was excited for Battlefield 3 Jet Combat. Hell yeah.
Battlefield 1943, better.
Yeah, I wish like air superiority was in Battlefield 3 because I don't really like the air combat in Battlefield 1943. But if they put it in air superiority like as a DLC for $30 in Battlefield 3, nope, they haven't. That was one of them because they don't like money.
Okay.
If they put it as a standalone DLC for $30, I'd buy it. And
they don't have oh my gosh, Battlefield had dinosaurs.
I seriously think that they might be working on dinosaurs. It's like a 30% chance, which is a pretty decent chance given the concept.
That'd be the best. I would buy Battlefield 3 again.
So many people would buy it. You have no idea. They'd just be like, "Are you serious? Greatest PR stunt ever."
It would have to actually work. So yeah,
I have faith.
Sonic and All Stars Race Transform is good if you like Mario Kart. That's basically exactly what it is. Next game. Next game is going to make me sad because of the responses, but PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. Amazing.
I played it for a few hours, and like.
Not as good as Brawl. Like the combat's deeper, but it's boring. The single player is not
it's
really
extremely mediocre.
Yeah, it's very mediocre. Even though I love Sony characters, it's very mediocre.
The game shows up to rip on like you can win if you were good and lose if you were bad, and there's like mastery to it and stuff like that. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that I was playing against a couple of seasoned tourney fags, but it just didn't seem like I don't know. It got a bit repetitive after a while. I guess there wasn't much to.
Yeah, it got boring and stuff after a while.
If I owned it, I'd play it more. Well, obviously.
I like it.
that was good.
You get out of here.
Yeah.
Dilettante, get out of here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna mute again. Bye.
Mute your mic if you're gonna laugh. Okay, Jesus.
God.
Wait, somebody tell her a joke.
Oh my God. Okay.
You just want to hear your cackle.
Moving on.
I don't know.
Game.
I don't know why everyone seems to dislike it.
Because of the reasons we just mentioned.
No, but it's awesome. It's so good.
No, but you don't understand. It's really
Wait,
good.
am I allowed to throw out the C word?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do it.
Where did you keep YouTube appropriate? Son of a bitch.
You can put may have mild language.
Mild language? You call that mild?
Mild language.
What is severe?
Yeah, that's severe, I suppose.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Wait,
What is
isn't that
severe
With
to
a
you?
warning at the front of the video to not
Okay, we
listen
should
with open
back on
speakers
front.
with other people around.
Okay, next game.
Oh my God. Okay. Hitman Absolution. I know nothing about this game.
All right,
Oh my gosh, so good,
Step
so
down for
good.
Michael, really?
Yes, it was
Do you
really.
even Hitman?
Disappointment of the year, Hitman Absolution, along with Resident Evil 6, which I don't know if you have on your list.
Oh, I
but
missed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Set
like-
that in after this.
They completely fucking veered away from the style of the original games, and it's just, I know I'm sending one of those change fags right now, but I don't know. Just it hurts. It hurts. I was expecting Blood Money 2. Guess it didn't happen.
It was like there was some stuff like the old ones were really good, and there was kind of more like
Mainstream.
more emphasis on trying to be more action, and you could, but you also could not just run through. Like I was playing on like a harder setting, but you couldn't just run through and shoot everybody because you would die. But I guess there wasn't as much like emphasis on stealth compared to the other games, but it was still I still really liked it. But
yeah.
The only thing I can say about Hitman trailer was god awful, absolutely terrible.
Attack of the Saints.
I didn't really know too much about it before I'd watched the trailer, and then it was just a bunch of it was like so generic action. I was just like, oh, I've never seen a trailer that made me want to get the game less than I already did. Like, it was just like washing blood off my clothes, suiting up for a hit, nuns walking, nuns strip, actually are sexy assassins, lots of bullets flying, nuns all dead, load guns up into car, drive away. Too deep for me.
Yeah, the other games are better. On this note, Hitman HD trilogy comes out at the end of the month, so go pick that up.
All right, Michael's burping.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Wait, what games are you going to do?
Resident Evil 6 and then Far Cry 3, and that's it.
Far Cry 3 is good. Resident Evil is disappointing. That's it.
Yep.
Resident Evil 6. I don't know. The only one I'd played before that is Resident Evil 5. So I mean, I'm not like a Resident Evil fan or anything, but I liked Jake's campaign. I hated Leon's campaign, and I didn't really care for Chris's campaign.
Leon is the best. Get out of here.
So, my problem with it, like, right off the bat, I started the demo, I noticed that I was playing Leon's campaign, because it's like, I was like, oh, Leon fucking badass, that's the character from Resident Evil 4, which was one of my favorite ones, and then you start it up, you're kimboing guns, you're doing rolls, you're running while you shoot, it's suddenly become a run and gun shooter instead of like a fixed position shooter that I really enjoyed, but it really died for me that moment.
Yeah, it's another game that just got mainstreamed.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no other way to...
I'm pretty sure it was mainstream before that.
Well,
No.
Resident Evil 5. Well, Resident Evil 5 kind of, yeah.
Resident Evil 5, but like Resident Evil 4 was a pretty good game. I liked it a lot.
Indie.
So indie. Shut up, Binding of Isaac.
I'm playing that right now.
Oh my god.
I've been playing that for the whole Skype conversation.
So fucking indie.
So, best game of 2011, Binding of Isaac, really great. It's like
Oh my God.
4 bucks.
Okay, so
Stop it.
the last
It's
game
amazing.
we're going to talk about is Far Cry 3.
Oh, it's a game
So,
I haven't
Yeah.
who wants to talk about it? Because I could say some things.
Say some things.
I heard
Alright,
it was
well-
pretty good.
Far Cry 3, I really enjoyed it, actually. I've heard some people who were kind of like, didn't like the story, but I found the story kind of interesting. I liked how it played with the sanity aspect of Jason Brody's life.
I like how you
They
know
had-
his name. I didn't even know his name.
Has a good antagonist. Voss was a very good character. Like, it was... He was pretty well done.
I think he wasn't in it enough, though.
Yeah, he was
was-
definitely
yeah, I
not
was-
in it enough.
I was reading a thread on Reddit talking about Far Cry 3, like a discussion of it, and somebody said that either it was speculation or it was confirmed, but Voss was kind of like a late decision made by one of the voice actors on the thing, like we should create this character, and they kind of like shoehorned it in, and it would have been great if he was like the main boss. I mean,
Yeah.
not the main boss, but like the main antagonist, and if the game was centered around him, it would have been awesome and explored like the themes of insanity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the way they did it was kind of shoehorned in last minute, and like after you spoiler. After-
Wait. I have to leave the Skype.
There we go. Okay, we can go.
Okay, after you kill him and then you move on to the bigger kingpin, it feels like the game loses a lot of its momentum
Oh, it
Because-
definitely does.
because he's like the less intriguing character. And
Yeah, I don't even like remember his name or anything about him, and I just played that game like a
Yeah,
month ago.
like the second half of the game, like once you get to the southern island of the game, awful. Just awful. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is generic now.
which is why people are excited, and I'm kind of excited too for the fact that they teased that maybe Voss wasn't dead and he
Yeah.
survived, which is really interesting. So maybe I'll actually pick up the next game.
I probably they don't usually continue though. 2
Yeah,
and
I
1,
called Jake
they have
back in.
nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, and then but there were huge leaps. Like Far Cry 3 compared to Far Cry 2. Wow, like
I didn't like 2.
2 was awful.
I liked 3 though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably because I played it all in like 2 sittings, but like
Yeah.
mainly 1 sitting. I played like 10 hours straight.
Hello, Jake.
That's probably why I
All
don't
right, so
remember
on
much.
a side note, best mission in the game. Jake, you might not want to hear this.
Goodbye, Jake.
Is when you're working for the spoiler. By the way, you're working for the FBI agent who's there, or the CIA agent. I don't remember who he is, but and he's like, to get at this guy, you're gonna want to burn down his drug fields.
Oh my god! And then there was
you go there, and it's an endless Skrillex Damian Marley loop, and it's
Oh my
awful.
god! That
But
was
it's so
no,
good.
it was amazing! Oh my god! It was
And, like,
hilarious.
You're burning down like fields of pot, and your character's like screaming about how awesome it is and how happy he is right now. It's so fucked up.
It was actually really hilarious. And they play I Think You Freaky when you're in
Oh
a club.
god.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
god.
so good.
When you level up.
No, when you're in a club in
Oh,
like
okay.
a
I was gonna
back,
say like
in a flashback
every
thing.
time you level up, because I think you freaky. I just quit. I'd sell it. Be like, just to use game, returning it to GameStop. So what was the problem you had with the game, sir? Well, every time you leveled up, it played I Think You Freaky, and I can't handle that.
You're getting real tired of your shit.
I liked what they did with the animals and the killing the animals to upgrade all your
like the
stuff. And you could
bears.
you could do like a lot of that just almost from the beginning. You could just do all of that and get it all
Yeah,
out of the way.
I was OP off the start. I had like all 4 fucking gun holsters right away.
Yeah, I did that too. All right. Well, I guess Michael's not gonna come back in time, so
Hi, Michael.
might as well just end this. It's just like 2 hours. Wow.
Yeah, it was
Gotta have,
good
like, a
shit,
good
guys.
house
Nice
sound.
talking to you.
That was
Real
fun.
nigga shit.
So
God
Bye.
damn it.
we
You're increasing DG's censoring workload.
some other day we'll probably just actually say what our top 3, top 5, whatever are.
Top
but for
3.
now- But for now, we are
Top 350.
done. We talked about like all the games. That was a lot of stuff. So, goodbye everyone. In the
See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wow, I almost ended the Skype call instead of ending.